the last prime ministers of Canada before Justin. His son is an entertainment reporter, and his wife, Jessica, I guess her and Megan are like super, super close friends. She was at the wedding, and they had said, because I guess they're not allowed to have bridesmaids over there.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, and Priyanka Chopra, there was a lot of Hollywood people there. That she was her friends.
Who's the tennis one? Serena?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we were so we were discussing the island.
No, it's not a quickie island that you can just you have to take a ferry or you have to fly over. It's not like it's just right off the coast, so they're pretty protected over there.
Yeah, they are.
Is it just rich people on that island?
No.
No.
No, it's a full city, like Victoria. Victoria's the capital, isn't it?
Yeah.
Vancouver or BC? So it's the capital of the province. So it's a good-sized city that's over there, but it's definitely not the size of the city of, Vancouver or Toronto.
Mm-mm. We did a dry dock there, and it was amazing. It's a beautiful place. I can see why they chose Victoria as their place to settle. Oh, my God. Vancouver Island anyway. It is gorgeous.
Well, and it's probably some of the best climate in Canada as well.
And it's very similar to England, so it'll feel like home for Harry.
It's rainy and cool, but they're supposed to get a foot of snow tomorrow.
Oh, crikey. Oh, my God.
When I was over there, we didn't go over to Vancouver because it was quite a haul from Seattle, and we just didn't feel like we had enough time. But I should have we could have took that ferry over to Victoria, but I feel like I'll never get over there again. But oh well, I was close. So,
aww.
Yeah, that's a lot. But I heard Vancouver is just absolutely stunning. You guys, is that where the Canadian Rockies are?
No, next province over.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Alberta.
Alberta, okay. Yeah, some friends of mine went there and they said it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty stunning. I lived there for a year. Not in the Rockies, more north of there, but
yeah. Well, the parts that we went to, Forks and all of those were really pretty. So I kind of saw it all, I guess, for now. But
there you go.
My next trip back, I'm gonna do San Francisco. So we'll see.
My parents love it out there.
Yeah, I've never been, so I've got a couple friends that live there.
They've gone a couple times, Halloween time, and they said it's like Christmas here. Everybody decorates to the nines.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Everything, and people are rollerblading down the boardwalk in costumes, and yeah, it's supposed to be super cool.
So I have another question. I need to get the story about Andrew and his association with Jeffrey Epstein and these underage girls, because he is so busted. That one woman she's older now, but claims she had sex with him. He denied even knowing her, and now these pictures come out of him with his arm around her and all. This is creepy. He's a liar, and a lot of people said that Harry was disgusted.
Did you watch the interview that he gave to, I think, was it Channel 4, the BBC, I think?
No.
Andrew. So obviously him and Fergie split up. And from what I understand, he became quite the playboy and was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein and in that kind of seedy underbelly of rich people. And this woman who has accused him of, that Jeffrey Epstein, basically, she has said that he made her sleep with Andrew. He denied ever having met her. He's denied knowing who she is. And there's legit photographic evidence that they were hanging out. So, and I mean, I don't understand the stupidity behind, if that is the case, if which I kind of think it is, why he wouldn't just put his hands up and either say, yes, I met her, but she's lying, if he wants to hold, that story. But you know that there's always going to be something that comes out, like with Trump grabbing her by the beep and all that. You know that somebody's always recording or taking photos. When there's somebody that famous around, you should know better. Harry in Vegas, playing strip pool and doing all that stuff. So it shocks me that Andrew is just deny. But I guess that's probably the stance that he's either being advised to take or has just decided to take. I think it's awful if he was involved in what Epstein was and did. It's a huge scandal amidst all the other stuff that's going on for the royal family, and the fact that he's now stepped away from everything. And he's never been a senior royal. His girls have never done really engagements or anything like that. But I mean,
they're totally cut off now, aren't they?
I don't know if they're totally cut off. I don't think the girls are. I don't think Beatrice and Eugenie are. I think Andrew has brought a lot of disgrace on the House of Windsor, as it were. I don't know I know that he's basically been I think he's basically been sacked, right? He's been fired.
I thought one of them was getting married this summer, one of the girls. He had to crazy, or maybe last summer she got married. Anyway,
she got married last year.
She had to crazy cut down her wedding, everything she had planned, I guess. And they're like, yeah, no, we are not paying for that.
Yeah, it's crazy what that side of the family is kind of been through. I feel sad. I love the royal family, but man, are they messed up.
Well, and the freaking queen, as soon as they hadn't even announced it, it was Christmas time, she was already taking their pictures down off the table. And
well, she took Meghan and Harry's picture down. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's the picture of all of them, and she gives her Christmas address, and she's pulled their pictures off. And
why though?
Because she's a crazy old bat. And then the wax museum pulled their statues out.
Madame Tussauds took, because there was a senior royals section of Madame Tussauds, and it had Harry and Meghan, and they've now removed the waxworks and have said that they're
over with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
What?
I'm making that up.
They moved him over with the Kardashians.
They've taken them away totally for now, and they said that they released a statement saying that they're gonna figure out going forward what do we
keep them? Do we make candles? What do we do?
I'll have the Harry one, and I'll just keep them in the corner.
We'll make a vagina candle.
They could probably make really good money melting those down and selling them as candles.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Harry and Meghan should ask for them back and sell them themselves. I bet
what would be great TV
themselves for a while.
Great TV would be if Harry and Meghan did a reality show.
Oh my god.
Do you think she'll be going back to acting?
I think so. In whatever capacity. I don't know if it'll be full on, full time, but
maybe in movies.
I think that's where her heart is. I
reckon. Yeah, I don't think she'll go back to Suits or anything like that. But
no,
I think,
not full time.
No, I mean, obviously they're whatever they said about with the voiceovers for Disney, they're going to donate what they would have paid Meghan, because they can't collect a salary until they're completely financially independent. They can't be funded by the crown and collect a salary from somewhere else. So,
but how do they become financially independent if they can't collect money?
They're probably gonna. I would think that until they secure a big enough, more lucrative, whatever it is that they're going to do to make their money, I think by then they'll say, okay, we're ready to cut ties. Maybe.
Lizzie, I got a job at IKEA. You can hold my allowance this week.
Kate's flipping burgers at the McDonald's.
Right?
Meghan. Sorry, not Kate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's all so exciting and interesting, and it's like a train wreck, and you pull your car over and you set up a lawn chair and you just watch.
Yeah.
And see what happens, and it's kind of always been that way. I mean, the monarch, going back to look at Henry VIII. I mean, there's nothing more interesting for me than than the British royal family and their history. I just find it so crazy.
Unfortunately for us, our royalty is the Kardashians.
But I mean, hey, people watch them, right? And they're yeah, that is for sure your royalty.
I mean, we did have the Kennedys, but they've had so much tragedy. Unfortunately, there's not many left.
That's so
sad family.
Yeah. So I feel like, what do you think of when you think of America, like, what do you think our royalty is?
I would say on South Park, it's the Baldwins, isn't it? I think, but
the Baldwins.
Alec Baldwin, yeah.
10 years ago, I would have said like the Kennedys and that sort of stuff, but you never see, like, they used to be all over the news. Like,
well, but since John passed away, I mean, in the plane crash, he was like, there's just nothing.
I remember that.
That was here.
Caroline said. That was awful.
That was like 45 minutes from here.
So you don't think it's the Kardashians?
I think it's the Kardashians now.
I'd say it is, yeah.
What's royalty, what people want to aspire to, like, think that they want to be, and it's the Kardashians. Like, people might like the actual people, but they want the money, they want the fame.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like how beautiful and glamorous and like unattainable the way that they look is and everything. I mean, Kylie now, is she not the youngest billionaire in the world now? With her makeup?
Self-made billionaire.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Chris did that, we all know, but.
Well, yes, the momager.
The momager. But yeah, I mean, the Kardashians, that's a whole other thing. And the plastic surgery is just completely insane. I was actually like looking at, somebody had posted some old pictures and I was just like, holy cow.
We were literally, I was just talking about that tonight with my cousin, actually, funny enough. I said, have you seen what Kylie Jenner looked like before she was Kylie Jenner? And I mean, you cannot tell it's the same human being. I mean, you wouldn't even be able to tell. I mean, maybe a distant cousin, but she has transformed her face. I mean,
yeah.
And I think that they're beautiful. I follow a lot of like makeup tutorial, like influencers and that kind of thing. And
really? So what about the girl that just...
Nikki?
Yes, she just got forced to come out as transgender because she was being blackmailed.
Nikki,
what?
Yeah, Nikki tutorials.
I know down to this.
Yeah, Nikki, I've followed Nikki since the days I followed Candy Johnson. Candy and Nikki are kind of like the OG YouTube tutorial influencer women, right? They kind of, them and Jaclyn Hill and Jeffree Star and Manny MUA and all of them kind of started, what is this huge phenomenon that is beauty YouTubers and beauty Instagram people. And Nikki went from, I mean, if you watch her first video, it's so badly done. Bless her. I mean, because she was young, she'd never done it before, and at the end of it, she says, I hope you like this because I plan on making a couple more. And I'm like, yeah, a couple more. She's built an empire.
Well, so she's also on that documentary. Did you watch on Netflix? They do a whole thing on all the influencers.
Oh, you're kidding. I haven't.
No, but I'm sorry. I don't have the name right now. Me and Margaret actually watched it, Jen.
That's the one that they do the fake stuff, right?
Yes.
The one on the fake Allie makeup or...
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I started watching it and then I couldn't get it to load, or I forget what the problem was. I was having issues with it.
Well, anyway, they do a thing about her and how many followers she has and her. And she has her own makeup.
Yeah, she's done with Ofra. She created a highlight called Glazed Donut, and she's done a lot of like collaboration. She did a collaboration with Too Faced that ended up being a bit of a scandal because something to do with her contract and her not getting paid enough. But apparently she is transgender, and I, hand on heart, had no idea.
Me either.
Not that it matters, but apparently
I had no idea.
She's beautiful. The girl is beautiful, and I mean she's a curvy girl, plus size. She's gorgeous. She has so much talent, and she calls all of her subscribers glow babies because you watch her her channel and you watch her videos, and I watch all of her videos and I love her, and she's really positive, and she's, like I say, she's super talented, and apparently somebody that knows